This is Sandstorm.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for another
Yep,
Stormcast.
yep, 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 yep.
Woo! I'm here. I got Jack with me. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good, my brother. How about yourself?
Doing amazing. We do have Geronimo in the chat right now. He'll be in a little bit. I also messaged Vito, so Vito will be here in a little bit as well. It's a beautiful Saturday, man. It's a
Yes,
beautiful
sir.
Saturday. We have an amazing Saturday. Jeez, oh Pete's. So with that being said, on this beautiful Saturday, we've got plenty to talk about. As you guys can see in the title of the screen, this thing can save the Switch 2. Uh, so we'll have a full conversation about that. But before we do, and before we jump into the icebreaker, y'all know the daily yo, we got to go ahead and pray in as usual. So, Father God, thank you for allowing us to be here today and allowing us to enjoy another podcast and enjoy each other's company. We appreciate all that you have given us, everything that you have done for us. We appreciate this open space that you have allowed us to talk about the nerdy things that we love to talk about and be passionate about the passionate things that we are passionate about. So, as we move on with this conversation, with this podcast, we just want to thank you for everyone's safety and this safe space that you have provided us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Now, to hop into that icebreaker, y'all know what the usual is. We're going to go with the usual. Don't worry, we are going to come up with some more creative ones as of later. But as of right now, I kind of want to hear a lot of people's progression with, Switch life, PC life, gaming life in general.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, my good Winging It podcast brother, what have you been playing lately?
Well, as of this morning, me and my son were playing Drag X Drive.
How do you? So somebody already asked in the question in the comment section. How
Right.
break it down for me because I won't be able to play at all this weekend, so I really have to depend on others.
Gotcha. So we caught it this morning, which was like what was it? It was like from 7 to 10
Hmm.
time frame for us. So we got a chance to get on there and play. We thought we were going to be able to entertain like the 2 player, but we couldn't do 2 player with this one. So it's a single player
Okay.
event. But I will say, going into it, they do a great job at walking you in, getting you an understanding of how to move and what you're supposed to do, and the simplicity of everything. I think what helped me out a lot too is the Nintendo Today app doing their due diligence ahead of this release, of
Hmm.
kind of showing you the control schemes and showing you the devs playing it, so that way you had an understanding. But playing it myself, everything worked as advertised.
Okay.
I used my lap. I didn't use the couch, so had in my lap, everything was flowing smoothly. It's gonna take some time to get used to, and that was something that I had to explain to my son as well, because he was like, after I get done rolling, like I keep moving. Like
Hmm.
I was like, well, it's momentum. Like you have to
Right.
utilize the
Right.
brake. But it was also too trying to figure out like the best grip.
Okay.
I think where we had issues, I have caps on my analog sticks,
Hmm.
so it was kind of hard to hold the controller. But
Yeah.
even with that, it was still easy for us to play. So going into my first match, it was me and another guy that were partnered with bots as our second and third player.
Okay.
You know, everything from stealing the ball to movement, shooting and aiming up the right way is it's all fluid. It's just you have to practice. You genuinely have to practice. So even like with my son, he wasn't like lining up perfectly, but he
Yeah.
was still making shots, and he was
Okay.
even pulling off tricks that he didn't know how he was doing it until I told him like, "Oh, you don't know you're holding down ZL or ZR, but you are." So he'll go in, he'll get to the 3 point line, and he'll tilt up on one wheel and then shoot it and then make it. So, and they'll give him trick points for that, because
Okay.
doing the bunny hop, or going up the half pipe and dunking or spinning, like you get points for that, which will give you those, your 2 points, point 0.4 or 0.5 or whatever. Um, passing the ball, everything is in place. Everything works seamlessly. They give you an opportunity to also switch out your character, if you will, because there is the default character, which has like the standard stats across the board. Everything is even. You have the lighter character, which is dumb fast, but they can easily be knocked off. They're blocking, harder to rebound. But then you also got the big brute, which is a master at defense and rebounding, but his shooting and his speed ain't all the greatest.
Interesting. So there's different types.
Yes, yeah. So you're sitting at like 3 types right now. So we got a chance to play against somebody that had the brute, which what could be a pain in the behind if you know how to play. Like this guy, he somewhat knew how to play. So anytime you get the ball, he's waiting for you to grab the ball, because whenever you make a shot, they put a barrier around your key, like around the 3-point line, so they can't enter it until you pick up the ball. So every time they try to enter, it'll shoot them back. So you pick up the ball, and then you can kind of maneuver.
They kind of standing there waiting
because all you gotta do is bump somebody head on. Now it has to be head on to steal the ball, because they can hit you from behind, pause, or hit you from the side, and it won't steal the ball. It'll just bump you a little bit. So of course, with anything, people are learning, so you'll see people wide open, just jumping all over the place because they're still trying to figure it out. But then also you got the ball hogs, like with any sport, that will not pass the ball.
MJ back in it. MJ back in it.
and will lose the ball in a heartbeat. So that was pretty cool. So after winning like our first 2 matches, like watching him win his first 2 matches, you get rings. So I don't know if you saw a post I posted earlier. Like after you win a couple matches, you start looking like Tom Brady and Michael Jordan in the photo with the rings. And I was like, yo, that's pretty cool, because when we first got in, my son was like, how are they getting rings? Like what is this ring thing? Because it doesn't explain it to you. So it was like, oh, what is this ring thing? And I was like, well, maybe it's like an accessory or something you unlock or something like that, because I didn't know. And then come to find out, after he won his first 2 games, him and his other partner, they had rings on their finger the next match. So if you lose, those rings are gone. But from what it looks like, every 2 games you win, you get a ring. And so they just these big blinged out rings on your finger.
So those are represent more so the streaks.
Yeah, so I mean, but you can lose them in a heartbeat. We didn't get a chance to. I don't know if there's an ability to, but you can see around you like the time trials, and you can see like where you can do like the jump rope, which means you got to learn how to do the bunny hop pretty efficiently. But whenever you ride around, sometimes you'll see bowling pins you can just run into, ramps you can jump off of, like just to play around while you're waiting for a match to open.
See, I knew there was more than just okay.
For sure. And then you can set your settings for within the pregame, so you can set it to where it's like, hey, I just want to jump into a game if I need to, or you can set like, hey, anytime a match is up, throw me in there. So you can set it however you want to. And then the same thing with like the little mini game stuff at the bottom, because it seems like, and I haven't been thrown into any mini games, and I don't know if this demo has them, but you can also get thrown into mini games as well. To where, whether it's the jump roping, whether it's the bowling pins, or the race, like the speed trials, because you can do speed trials on this, because I did see that option to do it, and then also spectate whenever people are playing. So it's pretty cool. I know there is no mandatory 3-on-3, even though it's a 3-on-3 game. I did see some matches to where it was like 2 versus 1, or 2 versus 2, because somebody may have dropped, or a bot didn't go in, whatever the case may have been. But we did see that. But they did also specify like it's a good idea to learn tricks in this game, because they do add so much more to just having points. So you can win by 0.1 point because somebody decided to do a 360 spin and dunk, or somebody decided to do the bunny hop shot, or whatever the case may have been. So it's a very interesting game for like our day one play of it.
Yeah.
Me personally, I had already pre-ordered it, so this wasn't like a sell me on it.
Yeah.
This was just simply getting in there, getting the feel before the game actually releases. But I have seen other people that were like, oh, I'm not trying this crap. That tried it out and was like, oh, I kind of eat my words. Because I mean, it's something simple and fun. It ain't
Yeah.
supposed to be like the next big thing from Nintendo.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Labo,
Mhm.
something experimental. I get it. It doesn't have all the color and pop that Nintendo games tend to have, but it's a game and it's something that they say, hey, look, we got mouse controls and we're gonna use them, and they're using them. So
Okay.
it's definitely worth to me already from what I played. I'll see how much I can put into it, but for a morning session, there were a lot of people there in the morning.
Oh, I figured.
Um,
I figured.
yeah,
I think they were trying to get on as soon as possible.
yeah. So I mean, I would imagine there's a lot more people. I don't know if the session is going now.
No, it goes on in 30 minutes roughly.
Oh, okay, okay.
I let my daughter, I let baby Sandstorm know, because I was like, oh, you can play now, and then she was like, Dad, it won't even let me play. I'm like, okay, well, the next session is at 8 o'clock, so you can hop in at 8 o'clock and let me know how it is. So
Yeah, I don't know why they use Pacific time, but the Nintendo Today app gave me a heads up. So as soon as I got up this morning, they were like, "Hey, come play," and I'm like, "Okay, fantastic. I don't have to sit down and do clock math. I'm good. Like I know
Yeah.
my time zone." So yeah, because this one starts at 8 o'clock. So in about 30 minutes or so it starts. But yeah, I mean, I had fun. My son had fun. It's not one of those things that you go on and try to master, I don't think. But it is something a simple $20. You go and have some fun. Just ride around, bump each other, and call it a day. Like I think it's
mean,
pretty cool.
I'm trying to put a little money on it. You know what I'm saying? Was it you? Was you who was talking stuff?
Right.
No, it was you who was talking stuff. All right, yeah, it was you who was talking stuff. I know you was talking. All right, then put the sticks on. Then put the sticks
Yeah.
on. Then put the sticks on. I don't want to hear it. Then put the sticks on. Then put the set. Bet money on it. Bet money on it.
But yeah, it can definitely turn into something that people want it to. But I would say I would love to try it on like a table, like on a desk. I would like to see how different that is, because like I said, I mean, it worked fine on my legs and then also on my couch. I had no
Okay.
issues there, so I'm curious to see what it's like on the actual desk.
Yeah, I got so this desk that sits the monitor on is a V shape. So that's like, and like, so like this wrist is fractured, so I can't. It's hard to move it in a perfect down position to be able to do that on my legs like that.
Mm.
So like to be doing that on this table, I think is definitely gonna help when it comes around. I just got to figure out whether I want to put it on the monitor or put it on the TV that's behind it. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in and definitely trying it out. The Unfortunately, the demo is going to be around times where I'm not available
Yeah.
at home. So what up?
Yeah, they
Vito?
did the
How you
same
doing, man?
stuff with like Splatoon when it was doing this global thing. I
Yeah,
was like, I get why they choose the times they choose, but goodness gracious, like
yeah. Oh,
they
look
hit or
who
miss.
showed up. Look at who this is.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him.
The ducking call made him come.
Yeah, you
Made him
definitely
show
sent
up.
out the right signal. You put out the risky symbol like Batman. He came running.
What up, Vito? How you doing, man?
What up,
Chilling,
though?
man. All right, so it looks like a few of you guys have thrown out what you have been playing lately. Uh, excuse me, I am still a little partially sick. Levon
too.
said, still playing DK Bonanza. Having a good time. That's what's up. Get all the hours out of that game, man.
Oh yeah.
It's been a whole lot of fun, and I'm still in ADD mode. I'll be trying. RJ said, played Dear Me. I was at the end of the demo to the adventure of Elliot and want to play Dragon Drive demo. Yeah. I don't know what Dear Me is, but I still haven't downloaded Elliot yet. I
Really?
definitely need to pick it up. Yeah.
Okay.
I've just been really busy this
Okay.
past week, so it's really been hard. Now you will hear me say I have been playing games, but not in the sense of like I got a million hours to sit down and be able to do something.
Of course, yeah.
Dark Sun Rider said I was terrible at drag and drive initially, but I got a little better as I kept playing.
You have to. There's too many people that's gonna try to. Man, this. It's not working. Like you got to put in it. You got to master it, man. You got to.
This is absolutely. It gives me that Splatoon vibe. If you miss out, if you come late, pause. Then you definitely gonna miss out of being top tier. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
J-Big said been playing Donkey Kong and Cyberpunk. I feel you on both of those. Definitely been rocking with both of those. Jazzy said, yeah, if you collide head on, they can drop the ball, and colliding others can slow people down. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Squared, what up, my boy? He said, still playing the usual live service games like Pokemon Go and Fortnite on Switch 2 with the new season. The Energy Sword is finally a pickaxe, so Master Chief got his Halo 2 fit. That's what's up. You know what? I will say this to Pokemon Go. I drive past our main park, and it seems like more and more people are starting to gather there for that. Yeah. So I wonder if that's because of the new season that they've been throwing out, or if it's just like caught wind again.
Probably. And then also Search on Square, like you're another person that I've seen throw Fortnite up here. When I tell you, I feel like I just need to delete every game I have on my Switch 2 and just leave Fortnite, because I'm starting to think I don't invest enough time in it. And it's not that I don't like the game, it's just I do not give it the commitment that I see a lot of people genuinely love. Now, granted, from the last time I turned it on to like the time before then, that game looks 100 times different. Like I hate how cluttered it is with so many different modes, and then even like the fan made stuff. I'm like, man, y'all gotta simplify this, because I just look, I'm like, well, damn, what am I supposed to be clicking on? Like, it's just too much stuff, man. I was like, I know there's like 1 or 2 modes you can just jump into and be fine, like Battle Royale, and then I know like the fast one they just got, the Blitz one. They just did this where it's like 5 minutes. And I really want to invest in Fortnite because I see it so much, and I feel like it could be like a great time, especially for a free game. But I just, man, I got to.
Yeah, I feel that.
I want to be a toddler, Zodi. I want to be a toddler because that game, I feel like I could like it, but I just don't give it the time.
He said, I want to be a toddler.
I want to be a toddler, bro.
Dark Sun Rider said, I like the Brute. I also changed my camera to far from near. It helps see the court better. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Bryson Ultra said, "What can save the Switch 2? I just got here. Don't worry. We'll talk. Don't worry about it. We're gonna talk about it. Of course, Risky is in the building, and we'll get one to Risky. He said, Nintendo is dying brand. Would you agree? No. Wrong.
Define dying.
Right.
I don't know what that is.
As in, are you saying dying as in killing it?
Dying of boredom because everybody else ain't participating. Like, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about here? I need to understand. Bryson said I wouldn't call Nintendo a dying brand because people are still buying the games, and if they would get last, yeah. So Vito, what you been playing lately, my boy?
All right, so nothing.
No. I've been playing a whole lot of watching the black screen and not pushing the power button. That's fun.
Nah, I've been playing Cyberpunk, doing all types of just side missions and stuff. I you know what was crazy is, on that game, spoiler alert. Not trying to give too much away, but you got a time limit. Your character has a time limit, right, on living. I don't know if my time limit gonna be up by me doing all these side missions, because I don't care nothing about the main missions. All these side missions and all the stuff, the awards and stuff like that you getting from the side missions. I've been doing that.
And right, because that's the meat right there. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the highlight of that game, right?
Yeah. It's like, I'm sitting up here. I didn't ran into the Edge Runner thing or whatever like that. So I got my little special. What's the dude's name? David David something, whatever that main character is in Edge Runner. I got his little jacket. Talked to his little crew. End up getting Skippy the gun. Some other stuff.
Got Skippy.
I finished like one of these. I finished a lot of just side missions, man. Like all these upgrades I got. I got like Gorilla Hands right now. I was gonna change it to like the electric Gorilla Hands, but I just got the regular ones right now. But that comes with yeah. So I did my I did like the little fights and stuff. I'm going to the fights and everything. So I'm like, eventually this chip is just gonna just burn me out, right? Like I wish they I wish they would just tell me like, hey man, you don't even be doing that right now, because I did all the Nomad missions. Of course, I made sense, right? I did all those because I showed you some pictures of my girlfriend. Everybody's girlfriend. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the side missions are where they're at, you know what I'm saying? Doing some gigs and stuff like that, trying out your new upgrades, for the new Chrome that you put in and stuff like that. You becoming like a legendary. I'm like a cyber John Wick.
You know what I'm saying?
What in the world?
You know what I'm saying? You walk in there and you be like, who want this smoke?
Yeah. It's like I don't even want to sneak around no more. Like they be like, hey, you're not supposed to be caught. I don't care what you say. I'm going in there. I'm headhunting. I'm just coming in, pow, you know what I'm saying? Getting the guns that explode people's tops, and you know what I'm saying? I'm taking off ligaments, and I'm gonna see how many headshots I can get right here. How many people in here? I do the little ping, whatever like that. And I'll see how many headshots I can get. Then I end up doing like some net running. I'm gonna see how many people I can just destroy. You know what I'm saying? Doing the little brain aneurysm thingamajigger and just tear them up. So I just been having fun.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying?
You feel like you be in the Matrix, but with extra. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then, like when you play like those side missions with Johnny, or not side mission, whatever, I guess they're part of the main mission. When you're Johnny, of course, you feel like John Wick for real, because you're playing as, Keanu Reeves, and he got this revolver that's oh my God.
How he reload that mug? You be like, ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm like, wow, that is crazy. Then it's like, you don't need no scope, you just go in and whop. I'm just whopping people. I'm like, oh, this is it. I want this gun. like, where's the side mission where I can get that? Because I didn't got Johnny's pants paused. You know what I'm saying? You know how they get those little missions where you get like the wardrobes and stuff like that. I end up getting like his little wardrobe. I'm like, no, I want the gun. I don't want it. I want that. That is crazy. But this it's fun, man. It's fun. I downloaded and started a little bit of Old Country last night and slash this morning a little bit.
Out.
So
I didn't even know it was out. I just saw people talking about it. It's out right now. From what I'm getting right now, especially at this early stages of it, it's nothing like the other ones. Of course, it's more story based. Okay. It kind of feels more. I don't know how to put it. They're really honing in on this story, whatever the story situation is. You really don't have a lot of like freedom just yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't just like on the other games you can just take off because it's a Grand Theft Auto type. You know what I'm saying? Like game or whatever. You can just take off if you want to. This one, in a sense, is you really can't. Maybe later on, possibly. Right now, you learning about the Dons in Italy and stuff like that, like how they operated over there and stuff like that, and just basically the move, like why certain Italians were moving over to America, because it was of course the American dream was sold to them. But it kind of just shows that transition. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're in war yet. So they're not showing the war time over there, but you're definitely still like maybe like the cusp of it, but you're learning like how they were operating, who certain people was back then, like how the Don thing worked over there before over here, and it essentially works the same way, but it makes more sense over there than over here. in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Over here, it got a little too dirty and criminal minded. Over there, it was literally like, you know, hey, I work for this is my country. I work for this land and piece of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really feel like, oh, okay, this makes sense right here. So, going through that little story real
How's
quick.
the gameplay so far?
As of right now, like I said, it's a lot of storytelling right
So
now.
you
So
lived
I
in it
really,
more than you
I mean,
had.
only
Okay.
so really right now, the only action that I really had was sneaking up on people, because you do a little escape scene and stuff like that. Sneaking up on people in a knife fight, which I could have sworn they cheated, because I did this one move. I know I caught him. Then it was like, he was like, ah, you almost got. No, I did get you, man. How did you? Like, I stabbed all in your ribs and stuff, and you went to the side, and it's like, ah. I'm like, no.
Almost got me.
It hurt, but you almost got it. You might have nicked.
then like the storyline, they were like, yeah, like you see the blood on his shirt that you cut, you know what I'm saying, like where you hit him, but they was like, yeah, you put a scar on his face. No, I did more than that. I did more than a scar. But yeah, no. But other than that, I mean, like I said, right now it's the very early part of the game that I'm in, so I just basically was like, all right, let me. I got some editing to do on my new video, so I was like, I'll pick it up a little later on or something like that. But you know, I put what's crazy is I put it in Italian, right? I messed up because I hit the subtitles in Italian too, and so I was like, "What they say? What are you saying?" So I had to literally go back and figure out like what certain words mean, just to put the titles back, because I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what they said. But yeah, no, I definitely still got like the verbs, the words and stuff like them talking, you know, still because it makes it more authentic, and it's like, oh yeah, this feel like Don Corleone, you know what I'm saying?
Do they have the
It's
music
really
to match?
Somewhat, but you got to realize too, the American Italian
It's different than
music. Well, no, it's the same, but it's like they highlighted, like especially during our media, they highlighted certain songs to make it seem all like dramatic. But really, there's like a different sound to their music over there, and there's actually like it kind of reminds me of Spain and their culture and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, it still has that music and the soundtracks are still like that, you know, that, but they try to get a little more authentic. So I do appreciate that. I like details like that, especially since my name is Vito. So, but other than that, speaking of, if you played any of the definitive edition games, not the originals, but if you played any of the definitive edition games on your PlayStation 4 or 5 or Xbox, whatever, they give you rewards on there. So when you when you start up the game, I guess they give you like a couple of cards, a couple of weapons, a couple of badges, things like that.
That's
So, yeah.
I like when they do that. I miss when Ubisoft used to do that.
Yeah, that's when you used to do a lot of things.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely, it's cool. It's cool.
Okay. Let me go back because I mentioned something. What up, J Love? Appreciate you coming through. That's a new name that we have on the channel. Appreciate you coming through. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate you.
Oh snap! Dark Sun said he in.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Still no free roaming.
Yeah.
Dang, for real.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hopefully,
I'm just gonna do some real crazy stuff.
hopefully
I'm gonna see what
there
happens.
is some. Hopefully there is some free roaming to it then, and it's not at the end of the game.
That'd be nuts. That would be nuts.
Right.
I mean, because this is what, a $50 game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can tell it was more like, I think that was one of our gripes looking at the trailer. Like we kind of sense like we hope it's not story driven and kind of direction based. Hopefully we can, you know what I'm saying, it don't seem like an open.
I wonder what their mission was for this. Like, were they just trying to get their feet wet with a new style, a new engine, or something? I'm curious.
Yeah.
I think they were. I think they were because it is a new
Gotcha.
engine, a new
Okay.
style. Like like for me, it doesn't play nothing like the other ones. Of course, the other ones are Grand Theft Auto, but this doesn't play like any of
Okay.
that.
Okay.
J Love said he was playing Donkey Kong Banana. He said Bonanza. He said it's fire.
Banana.
Donkey Kong Banana. Yeah. So what have I been playing lately? Donkey Kong Bonanza as well. Banana. Still have not gotten into the second world.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you taking your time.
So, okay, so I'm in. I've gotten the Broly Kong. You know what I'm saying? I got Broly Kong. And right at the end, when it's the girl, the enemy girl who's been looking behind the cage, and you got to go follow her way. They gave me all that area to just like. And I'm like, oh, and I got this power now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm stuck right there. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I didn't get that whale fossil. Let me go back and get that. It's other things that I need. Oh, you can do that? Oh, that's how you do that. Okay, I'm gonna go back and get that. So I still have not gotten past that area. As far as Cyberpunk, I've hopped back in Cyberpunk. I'm kind of surprised I haven't played Street Fighter at all. But
I say you've been kind of ghost on that. Usually every day, bing.
Yeah,
Street Fighter.
It's gonna happen soon. Because I feel like with both of these games, I get into streaks. So like if I start Street Fighter, I'm like, dang, Street Fighter is gonna be my game for like the next week.
Right.
And then if I get into Cyberpunk, I'm like, dang. Cyberpunk gonna be my game for the next week, and like Vito said, like you step up in and I usually, like I said, I usually mess with the swords. Like I got a couple blickies, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple blickies to handle you. If I need to get you from a distance, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But I come in there real smooth. Shoo. What the? You know what I'm saying? Off with his head. Slow motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I clean. They be firing at me. Get him. Da-da-da-da-da. Ping, 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 ping. You know what I'm saying? Perfect movie style. So, when you get games that do that level of enjoyment, like, they lock you in, like, immediately. And you're like, I got to do that again. Like, it's just too cold. I got to do that again. So, really been playing into that. Still been playing V Rising, which is bananas. I've done well for my vampire self. My castle is a whole lot bigger. I've been taking on a lot of bosses, which is interesting because that's what made me kind of stop last time. Is I got stuck on a boss. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go at him one more time, beat him. And then from that point on, like, every boss has been easy. So, and the reason why I bring this up is because I believe I've got either 3 or 4 more bosses to fight. And then I got to fight Simon Belmont. So, yeah.
So, wait. So, is this like the, was that Castlevania? Was that like a downloadable content? Like, was it an addition to V Rising, or is this like?
Yeah,
like, how does that work?
It was like a DLC add-on where I don't know if he shows up in the. I mean, I'm gonna imagine that he doesn't show up in the game when you don't have the DLC. It just moves you to the next tier. Because how it's set up is, I think you get 9 bosses per what they call acts. And he's like the act 4 boss, pretty much. So you have to be 9 people, and then he's like the final boss before you can go up to the next level. And the next level usually means that your castle is going to get bigger. And you get, access to a lot more stuff. I've seen him ever since I was like a level 10 and he showed up. And even at that time, he was a level 60. My character is like a level 67 or something like that. And now his character shows up as question marks, which tells me like every time you get stronger, he gets stronger.
Right.
He keep going.
So And it's crazy too. You won't even see him coming. You'll just hear the music playing, and then out of nowhere he'd be like, blah blah blah. I'm strong, and got the whip too. Like, unless you on horseback, you getting popped. Yeah, blade style. You know what I'm saying? Ashes and everything. Oh,
Can you imagine getting hit with a whip like you
Right.
just minding your business? You about to, I'm about to get up on somebody.
As
What
you
just hit
turn,
me?
as you
Ooh.
turn around, you see him raveling up the whip. Like, got him. Maria.
Look. First he whip off the little the ashes a little bit, and then he put it on the side.
Yeah, so it's been a whole lot of fun. I don't know if I'm ready to fight him because you'll see him. Like, there's other elements in the game that NPCs will fight, like bears, werewolves, all that stuff. And I've seen a gang of werewolves like pull up on him, and he'll be like, drop, and they all just like fall. Like, he do like a little drop. Yeah, I knew I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just hit him with one hit. So, yeah.
Oh man, like come on, cuz man, you OP
Right.
in here, man.
So the good thing is,
Where's your dad at? That's what you be
Right.
like. Where your dad at?
so the positive thing on that is that you get ranged weapons. I got the blicky in that game too. So you just you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so you're a vampire?
Yeah, vampire with the blicky.
Right.
How does that work? I gotta
And you do this roll, and unleash the semi-autos. You know what I'm saying? You be like, like, yeah, buddy, yeah.
I mean, because this is full. I could. Okay, you're not half vampire. You
Full-fledged
full-fledged vampire.
Yeah.
And you.
But see, in order to
Okay,
get
alright.
the blickies though, like you have to move up your level of resistance. So I have like a higher level of resistance to the sun and a higher level of resistance to silver. I can't hold like pounds and pounds of silver, but I can definitely hold silver and be cool. My blickies are made out of silver, and I'm straight. So I'm the
What?
yeah,
All right.
That's
yeah.
Sure.
I'm straight. I'm
That-
straight.
yeah.
I'm not gonna
I'm
question
good.
that.
Nope.
all right. So now I might
It's
have to mess
fun.
around
It's
with
it's definitely a whole lot of fun building up your castle and.
it. Well, how much is it right now? How much is that bundle?
They just came out with a new bundle, and I said I wasn't gonna touch it, because I haven't finished this one yet. You see it? Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you got time in your hands, this is one of those games, Jack, that it definitely does require your like time and attention. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
but it's worth it. It's a whole lot of fun. I've been playing in PvE, not PvP. I'll do that after I beat the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, after I beat the whole thing, then I'll jump in with people and see how that interaction goes, because then you start taking over other people, and I'll be mad if somebody take my castle. Like, for real. Don't step on my block, and you kill me. Yeah. Me and my boys coming for you. You know what
You
I'm
go
saying?
back to it. You come back to it, and they
Yeah.
all kicked up. You had your stuff all like turquoise, now
Right.
that joint red. Like,
What up,
hold
man?
on, bro.
What up? I've been waiting for you to return. Your people is my people now. So what's up? Like, I kill you. Step out of here. Step out in the sunlight where I can
Come
see
outside.
you.
Come outside.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a whole lot of fun. So, we are going to get into this main topic. This today is not going to be particularly long per se.
Pause.
Thank you.
Right.
Super pause.
Because you said that very
Yeah.
long.
Yeah,
You drew that.
Whoa.
I was like,
Super
whoa.
pause on that one. But, and that actually, let me put the pause on the music real quick, because I gotta say what I gotta say. So, over the course of these last 2 months, which is wild, right? Last 2 months, people claiming doom and gloom over Switch 2. Wild,
Yup.
wild, 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 wild. There's one in the chat right now going crazy. Um, so, so people are claiming doom and gloom over the Switch 2, even though it's been out for 2 months. We've gotten 2 directs so far. We've gotten a partner direct and a indie direct. The partner direct already went through, and people were claiming, that they missed out on a whole lot, missed opportunities. There was some value in those games that we saw. We talked about that last week. Then we had the indie direct. I guess to kind of give a little context, because I know we didn't really talk a whole lot about it on the Winging It podcast. Jack, how did you feel about it?
About the indie?
Yeah.
It was cool. I knew of UFO 50. That was one that kept popping up on my radar whenever I was playing on my Odin 2 and my Retro Pocket 5. A lot of people were expressing how difficult it was to play because it would only work on there were certain handhelds that had I think it's like Linux on them, so it would work just fine there, but it just wouldn't work on these Android devices. So to see it come here, I mean, it's a beloved game. I myself have never played it, but I know people like break their necks and even buy like devices specifically for UFO 50. But when it comes down to indie games, I mean, there are some that I'm looking forward to. It's just they were not here. So for example, like Yuka Replay wasn't here. I'm not even gonna mention Silk Song. It is what it is. We already know the deal on Hades 2, so I mean it is what it is on that. I don't want to disrespect the development team if this isn't an indie, but I believe it is, and that's Mouse PI.
Yeah.
Really would like to see a release date on that because I mean I feel like I've been seeing this game for about a whole generation and like no release date. And then also I would love to see a release date on Demon Tides. I mean the developer is on Twitter almost every day posting some new footage and new stuff, and it seems like it's like this close. And I'm just waiting for him to be at one of these indie directs just to like showcase. All right, it's finally done. It's here. And I know he's riding solo, so I don't blame him. You know what I mean? It's gonna take some time, but other than that, I mean, it's cool because I do know there's some people that they go hard for indie, and the games that we saw at this indie event, they were hyped. But this just wasn't my cup of tea. But like I said, I was just glad to see UFO 50. I did try out the demo. What's the name of that freaking game? The one made by the Shovel Knight team. I tried out that with the mouse. I'm blanking on the game. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
the demo dropped that same day.
Yeah.
But that game, it's got some challenge to it even in that demo. So that, I mean, I could see myself playing that. I gave it.
Talking about that mouse game?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm
What is that
blanking
called?
on the name of it. I was like, that's one thing these developers gotta do. They gotta start simplifying these doggone names because sometimes they'll be a little too long in the tooth, and they are not memorable by any means as far as the title goes.
Right.
The Horizon
They
of...
be over the top for no
Another
reason. I'm like, fam, just shorten it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mena the Howler is what it's called. So that
Okay,
demo is
okay.
out, and I really enjoy that. I mean, I was big on Shovel Knight, but of course, this is a different play style from Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
But this one it's got some challenge to it. It's got some bite to it. So that really was my only big takeaway. I didn't care for Well Dweller, Neverway, Hurdling, Seat Taken. Big City, Little Kitty, Big City. Sounds like a movie.
Right.
Certain type of movie. Oh,
Right.
the Little Kitty, Big City.
Look.
Oh man, that takes me back to my days, man. But yeah. So and then also Ball Pit. I totally forgot Ball Pit. That seems interesting to me for sure.
Yeah.
So outside of that, Yeah, I mean those two are kind of like or three rather, are kind of like the ones that I really had my eye on.
Mhm.
That being UFO 50, the minute game that I just mentioned, and then of course Ball Pit.
Okay.
So, but like I said, all it takes is for me to have like at least two or three that comes out of these directs. And yes, these are directs, people. Let's stop trying to over complicate it. Just
Right.
because it's an indie or a partner is a different form of direct. But yeah, those are three. So I mean, it gets a win for for you even putting three games on my radar.
Mhm.
But it in its totality, it was cool.
Okay. Okay. Geronimo, what up, man?
What
About
up?
time.
Late but still great, man.
You about to deduct your pay.
Oh man, my free pays about to go in the negatives, man. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah, that was just poor timing. In these streets was these highways. They got full
Yeah.
of traffic, so
I
it is
hear
what
that.
it is.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
crazy at this time.
I made the
of day.
foolish mistake and
and-
got caught on the perimeter in the early afternoon. But
Mm.
Ew.
yeah,
That sound like Atlanta to me.
that's exactly what it
It
is.
If I
is.
didn't
It
know
is.
better.
Climb
So,
back
yeah.
to the east side from the north side ain't always the quickest travel.
Yeah,
But,
that smelled like Atlanta.
Nope.
I was like, yep.
I found a way, but it's still kind of
Yeah.
a long way. Like you can avoid the
It
traffic.
yeah,
but
it's stop and go, avoid it too.
the way you
Yeah.
yeah. But them back roads, like it's just, I think I started getting scared because I started thinking about who out
Oh,
here.
I
like
yeah, depending on the back roads, yes. But I'm pretty good at the back
Yeah,
roads. I just
yeah.
stayed on just in case, some nonsense happened. But other than that, I'm good, y'all.
Yeah.
I see.
just to kind of give y'all a kind of heads up, like Atlanta, when we have like certain like back roads that we can get to like certain places real fast and stuff like that, those don't be the
Safest.
the friendliest back roads. There's not a lot of people of color.
Oh, trust
Yeah,
me, I know.
it truly depends. Yeah, it truly depends.
I don't even live there, and I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right.
didn't have my fair share of situations.
Yeah,
I'ma
you just
stay
come out
on
here one or twice, you'll get it.
Stay on the main road.
Yeah.
I'ma stay
Then-
on the main road.
Cause like real talk, you get to rolling past some houses and stuff. You get people on their porches like, hey there, you're not from out here, are you?
Them plates look
Like,
different, boy. Where you from?
All right.
Then that's when I come up. I don't know, I'm from around here. You know,
Right.
Miss Justine? I'm going to Justine house.
Man. Other than that, man, I'm doing good. I just was listening in on the way though.
Okay.
I think I missed the last bits which y'all were talking about. I think y'all were talking about the indie showcase with
Yeah.
Mina the Hollower and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't downloaded. I just haven't tried it yet. I heard it's 120 frames on the Switch too, which is pretty sweet. Or that's the option
wow.
for it.
Yeah.
Docked
I mean-
and handheld.
Docked and handheld, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, because
Yeah.
granted, I know VRR is not enabled for docked mode, but you don't
Right.
need VRR 420 frame per second performance.
No,
Right.
you don't.
I know y'all know this, but I'm just saying it for just in general, or whoever listens back to this later. You don't need VRR docked for 120 frames support.
You hear that,
Uh.
Risky? Okay, I thought.
Once I catch up everything, I'll go on risky later. But
Risky, wow, boy.
nah, but yeah, y'all were talking about the indie showcase and our thoughts so far.
Mhm.
Y'all mind if I chime in real quick?
Sure, go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
cool. I didn't want to jump in front of
Oh,
anybody. Real quick, it was alright. I'm again, like I said, funny enough, like I said for the third party showcase, I don't believe there's any bad directs or showcases. As long as it's an entertaining show, then I'm cool with it. The only things that really stuck out to me that I can remember right now off the top of my head, of course, me the Hollower, which I didn't realize it until I guess later that day, but that was actually the announcement of the Switch 2 version of it. Before
Yeah.
that, we just had a Switch announcement. So
Mhm.
that was cool and stuff. I don't know if people really caught that or not. I mean, I didn't until later.
I didn't.
There was I do remember that game called Ball Pit. I'm not sure what to make of it 100%. It's intriguing. I have to give it a second look. The one indie game that did stick out to me, it was by like I think maybe some Japanese independent developers called Glacial or something like that. It was like an underwater actiony type of game. of like an underwater
Yeah, that one was
adventurer, like find
interesting.
fish.
Like,
Yeah, that one kind of caught my attention. I was like, what is
Yeah.
this?
yeah,
And
that one was pretty interesting.
yeah, one that was pretty surprising was one of the Lethal Company type games, the social goofy type games where stuff happens. I think it was called Content Warning,
Mhm.
where like you have the dudes with the goofy like masks and stuff that
That's a
emotes.
good Twitch game.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that. That's a good look. I'm kind of surprised not many of those have made it to consoles yet. I thought they were just gonna live on PC forever,
hmm
like that game Peak and whatnot. But
Well, you can add faces to that with the game chat, so
yes,
it definitely makes more sense, at
That's-
least from that perspective.
yes, that's a brilliant idea, and that actually clicked for me when I saw it. I was like, oh, that's actually a good idea, because
Mhm.
on the PC version, you can just like I think you can type in like your your old school emoticon or whatever,
Mhm.
and you can do stuff like that. But yeah, that's a good look, and it's going to Switch 1 as well. So
And
that
which
should
game
be
was that?
cool. It's called Content Warning. The whole gist of it is like you're like one of
Yep.
4 people that are like in some like on the surface world,
Yeah.
and you live in a world where I guess people. It's kind of like what if Twitch was like real life? Like people just watch these group of people go underground into like this weird. Is that Shadow?
It
Oh
is
man.
Shadow.
Okay.
Wait, what? What a surprise! But man, you go underground and it's like a dark black white looking area, and basically you have like one person as a camera, and you're doing like a found footage type thing where you're following everyone. All these monsters and stuff pop out, and you're supposed to one survive down there and make it back to the surface with footage intact. And when you get back to the surface, you're supposed to upload it, and you watch it in like a fake like replay, and you'll see like a fake Twitch stream on the side, and the objective is to get as many reactions so you can get more like credits and do more wackier things. It's
Man,
really
I
like
better
to
see
make your-
every content creator on this game. You hear me? Like they better.
You
they
know-
better blow up
you
on
know-
this game.
that's the thing I'm interested about too, because they've kind of already run the gamut on that. All the content creators, every time these games come out, like
Mhm.
Lethal Company, this game, there's another one called Lockdown Protocol, which is like Among Us but first person with actual weapons or whatever.
Yo, that joint.
Oh
is hard.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like that.
Lockdown
hard.
Protocol. And then there's the recent one called Peak, which is like people climbing up a mountain, and they fall, and goofy stuff happens. It's to me, it's like a make your fun kind of game with the right group of people. Not a solo game at all, in my opinion. None of these are solo games, not at all. It's not the objective. But I am curious if the content creators will kind of try and pop off on it again. If they have the camera support, like Sandstorm said, I can see it. I can see the content creators getting a second go at it for sure. But yeah. And I guess UFO 50 was cool to have at the end. I don't know why that wasn't like a one more thing. Because I remember certain circles last year were saying like, "Oh man, this game is really great." This and the other. Like it's supposed to be like Action 52, but all 50 games are actually high quality games.
Right.
So that was a bit odd. That I guess I don't know why they made that decision. I guess from Nintendo side, but overall, it was cool. I had a friend of mine. She for her taste in games, she loved the indie showcase. So yeah, indie showcase. They do different things. It's not going to appeal to everybody. You're not going to love
course.
everything.
Yep.
It's not going to be like the best first party Nintendo ever. Like a new Metroid, a new Mario, a new Zelda. It's not ever going to be at those levels. Just have to go in with an open mind. Just hope you see something that's at least an interesting take on something, and go from there. And if you don't like anything from there, then it is what it is. Keep it moving.
Yeah, I think it's very seldom that a indie game comes and just blows everybody away.
Yeah, it's very rare. Yeah, I can't even think of it, to be honest. But
What up, Shadow? How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Jimmy. How y'all doing? I hope my audio's good. I haven't connected this computer to a podcast in a while, so.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
No, you good.
How'd you feel about the little indie direct?
The indie showcase was pretty good. I saw a couple of titles at the beginning that looked pretty good. I can't remember the names of anything that I just saw for the most part. But no, I kind of like what I saw, and I saw a couple of them I was interested in. The very first one I think was kind of interesting. I can't remember the name of it, but no, the majority of the stuff I saw I liked was good. It was one of them games was it looked like it had almost every genre mixed in it. So I was like, oh, okay, that seems like something that's interesting.
Probably UFO 50.
Yeah, it was like
I
an
think it is.
RPG, a shooter, and some of everything all together.
Yep.
So, Yeah, so far I'm interested in the streamer thing that y'all were talking about before. I don't know how I feel about that, but like you said, it would be interesting to see what YouTubers do with it. But yeah, me personally, nah, probably not my thing.
The Gen Z, the younger audiences that like kind of grown up in the streamer culture, they love those type of games because they see their favorite streamer playing it, making videos of hundreds, thousands of views. They want to get their friends in it, rinse and repeat. There you go.
But you know what?
Vicky?
Huh?
Huh? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Hey, you know what's crazy? That game, that content warning game, that actually looks like something Vicky has played before. Online.
You said something?
Like exactly like I was looking at it, I was like, have I seen this game before? I'm talking about the concept, everything. I was like, nah, I've seen this before. Like nah, this like but yeah, nah, that content warning, that's definitely something that's people play like that protocol game that you were talking about, Geronimo. Like that's something I actually wanted to do with us one time, just because it looks fun and it just looks like
I'll be down, honestly.
Like you do like a little murder mystery and you don't know who about to who got the gun? Who got the gun? No, I don't know.
I'll be down. That's really those games. Like you have the right group, everyone jails with each other. It could be a good time. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get.
Man, that's how Among Us popped off.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
You had to have the right people.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Vito, you can give your thoughts as well. How you feel about it?
So, personally, I mean, indie showcases to me are not my thing anyway. Like, even if it wasn't like Nintendo, if it was somebody else with indie developers and stuff like that, I really don't like too much of those. Just because sometimes like some of those 2D games, they have a lot of those, and it just kind of throws me off, and I'd be like,
that's fair.
Right.
It just doesn't catch my attention. But the content warning, I think for me, that was one of the highlights, because that's something I want to play. I want to be definitely see.
Doing a low clap at the end.
Oh man, but yeah, because like I think that one that Vicky was playing, I swear it looked just like this, but it was like they was recording something and somebody had to like record or whatever like that, and then like they had like this person
I know
that
what
was
you're
like
talking
kind of
about,
like,
because it was her and her girls playing.
but they couldn't hear somebody, and it was like taking off on her, and she was like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Then they were like, they just kept doing stuff, and she was like, no, I'm about to die. It's coming for me. Like, what are you doing? So that caught my attention. But all the rest of them, the UFO 50, it just ain't for me. But all these games though, I do kind of just, hey, kudos to those that want to play it.
That's a big
definitely.
thing. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely it indie showcases aren't really for me. But I did check it out. I did check the whole thing out.
Okay. So for me, I think I've already given my thoughts and everything on it. It was all right. I mean,
real quick.
Yeah.
I gotta throw this out here. I think I would, like, on one of those board days, play like that herding game.
Oh yeah.
Just because those are like relaxing. I like kind of messing around with those.
Yeah. For me, all the games that y'all threw out, Mina the Hollower, UFO 50, Ball Pit was interesting too. Glacier was the name of the other joint.
Glacial, okay. Glacial,
yeah.
okay.
Content warning, was me too. Was like kind of the standout. Like, okay, it reminds me of. No, it's not House on a Haunted Hill. It's the joint where they decide to go into the assailant asylum, and they're supposed to do like the live, like, on some Blair Witch type stuff. Where they like, we're gonna stay the night, 24 hours, we're gonna lock the doors, and one of those movies.
Haunted Mansion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so So yeah, I'm really interested in that too. I think we could definitely run that. So yeah, overall, I think it was all right. It did what it needed to do. I think there's room for those type of games, and I really like those games because those are really like the quirky. Those are the B tier games that they may not be on the same level as what we got back in like the fifth and sixth generation, but that's the kind of quirkiness that I miss.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Those kind of games that stand out. So, with that being said, we actually, I'm gonna put this on pause again. We actually have something that's coming up very soon, which is Gamescom. And as you guys see, this is actually the main topic, the main piece of the topic. Yes, it is kind of clickbaity. This could save Nintendo.
It's YouTube.
Nintendo, right? Nintendo has an opportunity to actually really showcase some titles,
Yeah.
not in the way that they did before. And there's also some titles on here that are actually weren't there for the Switch 2 event.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of those titles, Jack, if you could name them off for me.
Yes, sir. So Metro Prime 4 Beyond, Pokemon Legends ZA, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Hades 2, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, Borderlands 4, Final Fantasy Rebirth or Remake Integrate, Donkey Kong Bonanza will be there, Mario Kart World will be there, Jamboree TV, along with, of course, Jamboree, FC 26, and Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay, so starting off with the big one, right? Silk Song. That did not start. There we go. Silk Song.
Oh man.
The man, the myth, the legend, my brother.
Right.
Check what date that was. This was uploaded.
You know what?
What year?
You know what I'm saying? We got
10 months ago.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, this isn't too bad.
That's
This isn't too bad.
disgusting. The fact that that's like, okay, it's close.
Right.
It's
Could be
disgusting.
this year.
10 months? That's recent considering. You
Yes,
know?
it is for sure.
So we finally have an opportunity to once again check out this, like we have been alluding to, this myth and this legend of a game. And so do you think because that this game is gonna be showing up at Gamescom, you think we get some sort of well, two questions actually. One, do you think we'll possibly get some sort of final release date? And two, do you think this will show up with the ROG Ally X at Gamescom?
Yes and yes.
Yeah.
Because at this point, if you got both Nintendo and Xbox showing it, like they're really like, okay, this is gonna be here. You got to come with a date. Like you have to. This game started off as a possible DLC to where it transformed into its own game and just went into the shadow realm and just never saw light of day again. You got to.
Yeah.
And that, and everything that people have kept a close eye on this game of them, renewing the trademark, of when it's supposed to release. And I do think it's probably not going to come out until next year, early next year. But you have to. Definitely it'll be a Game Pass game for sure. But it should show up on the Switch 2 same day as well, so day and date. Yeah, so I think we will get a date. And when it does come out, my thing is, has it gotten to the point to where people have been so ready for this game because of Hollow Knight that it could shoot itself in the foot if it doesn't come out as a masterpiece?
Half-Life 3 syndrome.
Yeah, like not as bad, but you can't show up with no flaws. You can't have anything that's repetitive from Hollow Knight because now the mindset of the masses have gassed this up so much that this could have just been a simple, it's a 9 out of 10 because it released when it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Now it's so overblown, bro. This game can't drop the ball. It can't. It can't.
Geronimo, how you feel about it?
Okay, jokes aside, I agree. I do believe, honestly, I think it will release this year. And the reason why I say that is, like you said, the fact that I've held firm, even though Xbox goofed with that infamous, was it 2023, when they said everything from here will be released in a year.
Yep.
Clearly, they fell on their face on that. You know, history, water under the bridge at this point. But I do think, I do think they will have the release date at their show. I think they're having a live stream at like before Gamescom begins. I do think they'll have the release date there. We've seen bits and pieces of gameplay from Nintendo Switch presentations this year, so the fact that they also still have gameplay led me to believe, okay, this will eventually release. It is real. It's not vaporware, and you know, because the last demo that was actually available to the public was at PAX 2019, and that is a long time ago. So, but yeah, so if this is like a brand new demo, then yeah, I think it is actually happening. There was a rumor, I hate to go in rumor territory, but there was a rumor, I can't remember what their name is. I think it has something to do with the Xbox Ally devices. They said that they had heard that because you know, Hollow Knight was in the reveal of those devices. It was like on the doctored footage in the video.
Yeah.
They said that Hollow Knight Silksong will release by the time those devices will release.
Okay.
And Microsoft just was it Microsoft? Yeah, I think Microsoft just announced that the Xbox Allies will be releasing October 16th.
Was it announced, or was that the leak that happened?
Or was it the leak?
I believe it was a leak, because I
was the
leak?
leak?
Said nothing. But
okay. Thank you for correcting me. It's been a week and a half for me. I've been really
them
busy,
jokers been silent.
Yeah, they sure have, but they ain't not signed about other things, contraband. But but yeah, I do think we're gonna. I do believe by the end of Gamescom, we're gonna have the release date and an idea of the launch. If for some reason we still don't, then I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Like I already think Team Cherry, I think that Team Cherry is their weekend hobby job, and they all work 9 to 5, and that's like in my head canon. Like I think these 3, 4, 5 dudes, whoever works there, they're like, that's just something they've been doing as a pet project on the side for the past several years. So like that's my only thought process. I mean, yeah, everything's hand drawn, and that does take time. We saw how long it took for Cuphead to get its DLC, and that kind of went through its own silent treatment for a bit too, up until like a year or two ago. But yeah, that ultimately, yeah, I think we're gonna get the release date to go alongside these new showings of the game at both Xbox and Nintendo's show floors for Gamescom. So I think it bodes well. I think everyone can put away the clown makeup and retire it once and for all. No more clown red noses, no rainbow wigs. I think he will finally be put to rest.
Right.
All right, Shadow, how about you, man?
Whether the game's gonna release this year, it will. Now, as far as when it's gonna be shown, like Microsoft, I think has the not the branding rights, but the reveal rights for this right now. So it's whenever the Ally whatever thing is gonna release is when this will release. So if it's shown at Gamescom on the Ally X, it'll probably be shown on other platforms. So I guess we'll see. We'll cross it bridge when we come to it. But I do believe that's this year. It's been too long, and I don't think they can afford to delay the game anymore at this point.
Yeah.
As far as the art style and all that other kind of stuff, at some point once you dump all the assets as fractions of pixels, not fractions of pixels, but fractions of, how can I say this, mini sprites, you can kind of do whatever you want to manipulate everything else from that point. The initial drawing, once all that stuff's done, you can kind of manipulate that around as much as you would with any other 3D model. Like old sprite-based games can tell you that much. It's more based on you're creating a Metroidvania and making that tight and making that fit, and testing it takes quite a while. Like I don't know how often you guys play these kind of games, but it pretty much has to play you. So you have to be at the point. Everything should make sense, and the reason why you should be stuck is because you forgot something, not because the game is broken.
True.
So that's probably the biggest hang up for something like this, and it's still technically quote unquote an indie game, but it requires, as far as testing goes, at least AA type resources, because it requires a lot of testing. Now, can one person make a game like that? Yeah, but it'll be a project for years.
Yeah.
So, and with all the hype this thing has gotten, and it's obviously is going to go to multiple platforms and stuff like that. There's a way more money behind this than the average indie game. So that might be part of why the delay is as well. Contracts and stuff like that maybe happening in the background. But no, I definitely think it's happening. As far as what platforms is going to be on once it happens, I'm not sure. It could be Xbox exclusive for a couple months. Who knows? So, but I do think they want to be on every platform at the end of the day. But we'll see. So far it looks good. So
yeah.
All right. Vito, how you feeling about it?
I don't know. I'm just basically ready for it to come out.
Yeah.
Really, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, man.
I mean,
I got one alibi too as well. The first game had so much extra content in it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. That's like they can't release a sequel. This is in the same universe. It may not be deemed as a sequel or whatever, but people are going to be expecting sequel vibes from the game.
Yeah.
So they can't just be like a 4-hour one and done, and there's nothing left to go back and do or any of that kind of stuff, because the first game had all that and then some. So you can't. They have to do the same or more than the first game. So that's the only other hiccup I would say is what was taking so long. But the first game was, that project wasn't exactly a 3-year game either. So
yeah, it was like, oh, what you think about it? I'm just trying to play the game, man. That's
right.
It's coming out. When can I press start?
All right, so we also have another game here, one that I'm really excited about, and not had the chance to play the original version.
Really?
But,
I thought you had played it already. Oh, okay.
Oh, you haven't played this at all? Oh, wow.
No, I actively so.
Oh, this is the one he kept.
Yeah. So listen.
He kept saying, "I'm about to get it in this." He got quiet. Like, hey, did you get Elden Ring?
So there are certain games with me that like, and movies too. Don't get it twisted. And shows where if a bunch of people are like, "This is so good. It's so good." Blah 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 blah, and I hear the same story from multiple people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like it's overhyped. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
I'm like
happened,
that a little bit.
the same thing happened with Skyrim. It took me forever to jump into Skyrim for that same reason.
Okay.
Hey, Cyberpunk for me.
Right? See, so it's not. It's just like and so like I remember going into like GameStop and talking to friends. Juice is in love with the game. And be like, oh, there's so much you can do, blah, 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 blah. And they all talking about it, and they're talking about the same stuff with little variation. And then I go into GameStop, and they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And it seems to be the same stuff. I'm like, nah. I feel like I just played the game hearing y'all talk about it. I don't think so.
Right.
I'm okay. So, but after we had the whole like rumors and stuff like that, the Elden Ring is coming, whispers and blah 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 blah, and then they eventually showed off that piece, that gameplay. I was like, okay, so now it's time. It's time to finally jump in. So the same question, because this is going to be kind of a repeat question for each of these games almost, except for the ones that are already out. Shadow, you think we finally get a date? And do you think it'll be this year?
For Elden Ring?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be kind of pitched as a Nintendo game. So if it happens, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be October and November. But they're gonna have to switch off between that and Metroid.
Yeah.
I don't think those two can exist in the same month.
No.
So even though they're completely different genres, they're both going to be long play type games, and I'm pretty sure Nintendo is aware of that, and they've worked with From Software to do this because they're also making an exclusive title for them as well, basically the sequel to Bloodborne. Right. Sony fanboys cry if you want, but that's basically what it is. So in between that, they're basically using the Elden Ring port as as testing grounds for them building the new franchise. So I would imagine it has to be this year, and I would imagine around the holiday for it to have what it needs to have. If not, it'll be January next year.
Okay.
So that's
okay.
kind of what I'm thinking about. It's got to be around the holiday time frame. You got all these new consoles out. You need something to get for the holiday. I would imagine that would be the time that it would be around. So
I agree as well.
And with this being so, Demon Souls is never launched on a Nintendo platform. The Dark Souls got remastered on Switch. But this is basically the most accessible version of that franchise you can get, so you can get more people in to play, and that's why it sold so well. So yeah, I know people are not for it, but coming from those other games in the franchise, this is probably the easiest to jump in, and probably the most fun as far as combat wise and other stuff for you to do. There's so many ways to expand your gameplay in this one, so and including traversal as well. So a lot more people will be more inclined to jump on this game than any of the other previous ones, because like Demon Souls, you go around the corner, you're dead.
Yeah,
and before that, like if you knew what you were doing, maybe if you had a map, maybe. But yeah, no. From Software, they didn't play any games. They're like, hey, if you either want to play this or you don't. So, I know that from other games they did before that on GameCube as well. You just have to be good. That's basically it. We'll introduce you, and then after that, whatever. But I think that'll come out this year. The latest I think will be January.
Okay. All right. Jack, what about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, this game has to come out this year. The only reason why I say it has to come out this year, because I believe that the PS5 and Xbox Series edition should be coming out this year as well as on the Nintendo side of the house. We don't know when Dust Bloods is coming, and I wouldn't imagine they would want these two to eat each other.
Yeah.
So with that, I think this will be out the gate. It's interesting to see if people will jump into this game from the Nintendo side of the house, because like you said, everybody ate it up. I mean, they even got me. So where I went and I picked it up day one, and this isn't even my type of game. So I went and I played it for a little bit. It was cool, but like I said, I mean, even with me really grinding it out, understanding that, hey, no matter where you end up, you can either be prepared or you can be prepared to get your behind whooped. It all depends on what you and you just got to have the patience for it to like really sit down and figure it out and master it. I'm not against grinding and figuring things out, but just not in this type of game. So it wasn't my cup of tea. But I'm interested to see the Nintendo crowd, if they're into it, because this is, correct me if I'm wrong, has Nintendo had anything like this?
Just Dark Souls remastered.
Okay.
At this point, that's it.
So this is still new territory, similar to what I'd be talking about with first-person shooters. But then also too, do they take the time to throw a little bit of Switch swag in there, like something that the other two don't have? So that'll be a little interesting as well. But yeah, I feel like it should come out this year, and when it does, it may sell pretty well. I mean, we're looking right now to where Madden is killing the eShop charts, like both versions.
Yeah,
that ridiculous $100 version and then also the $70 version. Like
they're playing it right now.
Yeah,
we going up. We're gonna drop that.
They like people showing up and showing out. Like, granted, like I said, it has its issues because I mean it's Madden, but at the same time, I think, and this is something that other content creators have agreed with as well, is that maybe we may get an actual day one patch to kind of fix some of these hiccups. But everybody else is like, hey, I knew what I was getting when I got in this, so this is solid for me. And I feel like Tarnish is going to be the same thing. Like, hey, we know what it is. It's an on-the-go Souls game, and it has that freedom, which everybody loved for the original Elden Ring. And I can just foresee people just going heavy into this for the Switch. But I would like to see if they throw a little bit of Switch swag in there, whether it's having gyro or something with motion, something just to add a little bit of love to it. But yeah, I think is coming. It won't get a purchase from me because I've already gone down that road. But but it's just not because the game is bad. It's not my cup of tea. But ultimately, I think it's releasing this year and it'll do pretty well. Followed up by Dust Bloods next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Vito. What about you, man?
Yeah, same sentiments. I think it is gonna release this year. It's gonna go ham.
Yeah.
It's gonna go ham. You're gonna have some of those people that did. I'm sure. I ain't gonna say that, but a lot of people that were turned off of Elden Rings probably because of just like how you were saying, like people talk about it so much, you feel like, okay, all right, nah. Or for the people that be like, I don't want to be a follower and play this because everybody's playing it type stuff. I think we'll have a different tune now that is, you know what I'm saying, available for, Switch.
It's running scores of that.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all played
So,
Bloodborne at all?
Yeah,
I played it a little bit. I
put it down. I got mad.
I was in Germany and played it a little bit. So
Bloodborne was pretty close too. Dark Souls and Demon Souls, like they didn't hold your hand at all. Like you go around the corner and it's whatever.
I remember
those two,
when we all
two
picked
games
up
give you
that.
a little bit more. You got a little bit more.
Yeah,
You can get around.
You like for me, I'll give up maybe about 2 hours of me getting my tail whooped. Like with Bloodborne, I didn't feel that way, so I played a little longer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
so long I'm gonna let you beat on me.
With that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you calmly put the controller down and be like, not today.
Because I'm definitely not like I was when I was a kid. I would have brought everything. Things that had nothing to do with the video game. I would have brought.
Even when you get that last hit before you fall and it shows you that you died and you got hit, you be like, kick it, dude, boom. All right, what game am I about to play?
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't know if you would dub these as Souls games. Sekiro, what is the one I'm thinking of? Myth, Wukong.
Wukong.
And then also, I'm really looking forward, and I'm gonna hate the fact that I may not be able to play this game, but Phantom Blade. Like, Phantom Blade.
That does look really good.
Because I think for me, even though those are like Souls-like in a way, they're fast-paced, and like these Elden Ring and all these other games are like very slow-paced games in a way to me. So I mean, it's I don't know. To me, maybe it's just the speed of everything, but it's just not my cup of tea. But ultimately, if we can get Phantom Blade in place of it, then I'm all for it. But we'll see.
Hey, what about that new game that has the female protagonist? Like, what's that?
Is that Wu Chang? Wu Chong? It's very close.
Something like that. Is that on? Is that on Switch?
I don't think so.
Wait, what?
Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Yeah.
Oh no. That's a Game Pass game right now. And it's on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay.
One day, maybe. All right, Geronimo. I know you said you feel the same way a little bit, but you in agreement?
I don't have anything else really to add. I think it'll just have a good showing at next week at Gamescom, and we should get the release date within the next month or so.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Two other games that I want to talk about before we really dip up out of here and kind of have like the end piece conversation. But y'all know this game. This game was one game that I was halfway expecting to really show up at the last Direct and actually have a release date, but that's okay. We still working on it.
It's all good.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. So, this game is an interesting one, right? So, I think we had talked about it a while before of it possibly showing up, and then it actually showed up, and then we kind of got to see pieces of it. Let me take this off. But no release date. So I guess this runs the question, right? Because now we have two other Square Enix titles We have
Mhm.
both Octopath Traveler
Zero.
0, thank you.
Yep.
And then we have The Adventure of Elliot, both coming out this year. So now, do you think that Final Fantasy still comes out this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think so.
Yep.
Yep. Square doesn't have
Comes
that
out this
same
year?
attention as some of the other things that Nintendo either
Right.
paid for the port or worked for the port for stuff like
Mhm.
Elden Ring. So Square, they're finally publishing on the system, and Nintendo's like, do what you want.
Yep.
So they're just going to compete with Nintendo.
Okay.
One quick note: the Ellie game is not coming out until next year.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
right.
that's
I'm
right, that's
sorry.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
They said they're gonna take this demo and take feedback, kind of like how they did with the very first
Yeah.
Octopath.
Mhm.
way
Oh yeah,
back
it's
when.
2026, I believe. Anyway, I think
Yeah.
it's
2026.
on the-
But yeah, Octopath 0 is December.
Yeah. Okay. If that's the case, then if it being 2026 and it's only Octopath, then yeah, I definitely feel like it's going to be a 25 game as well. I also think that it's probably going to drop before Octopath Traveler, which Octopath Traveler, if I'm not mistaken, drops in the winter.
Yeah.
So it has to line up somewhere in that
December
space.
4th.
December.
Around December?
Thank you. Yeah.
So I foresee this game either September or October, code and
Mhm.
box.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Coding box. Interesting.
box.
Not even
I
the
don't-
key card.
No.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Where it's like it's
This is
too rich for
cold
my
enough.
blood.
it's one of those things to where like I know they could do game key card, but I have this feeling that they're down to the wire, trying to make sure that this game is optimized.
Oh, I feel you. I see why
Yeah.
you say that. Yeah.
I mean, they may offer something down the line but there's a lot of games that you look at and like, okay, this should be either game key card or on the cartridge, and they've been in the box. So, like for example, even though Shiver did the port for WWE 2K25, that's a code and box.
Yeah.
That's a digital game. I just foresee with this game, because how big was that on PS5? How big was Remake?
Final Fantasy remake.
Yeah,
Like
integrate,
integrate on
integrate,
PS5?
maybe
yeah,
70 gigs. I don't know.
on PS5 size. Let me see.
This is
So it
Think
looks
like
like it was
70.
81 gigs.
Oh, 81. Okay.
So
Not
it was
bad.
81 gigs. So I can foresee Switch being in the 60s. Because that
Yeah.
seems to be a trend is going down by like 20 or 30, so about 50 or 60s for
Yeah.
this one.
Could go.
Yeah.
Could go just regular key card for that much, but
You could. I just think they down to the wire with this.
No buy.
I honestly I feel like they would have said something by now, because Square is bleeding, and we saw the numbers. Like
That's true.
Square bleeding right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they down everything. So I feel like they really need to start gaining some traction, and this really could kick it off, because I mean we haven't had a mainline Final Fantasy on Nintendo since what, the Super Nintendo?
yeah. I mean, unless you count, well, you don't. But unless you count the one,
Not those mobile
that
ones.
they-
I don't
the
count
ones
those.
that they gave us for Switch.
Yeah, I don't count those. But I mean, when you look at this game,
Yeah.
that they know the HT2Ds are going to flourish. Like
Yeah.
they are bread and butter on Nintendo. But when I look at Final Fantasy VII, they need to ensure that they get as much money back as possible. While game key cards don't cost as much as the original cartridge, the code in box is even cheaper. I need I got a feeling it's gonna be a code in box, my friend. Trust. If not, I'll be glad to be wrong. But I think they're gonna go down to the wire and give Octopath some breathing room. So if that's in December, I can foresee this being something that's dropping in September.
Yeah.
Because it's something that can just be quick and call it a day and put it out there. Because I mean, honestly, we still don't know a lot of games dates right now.
Yeah.
And we got to that
Yeah.
point of somebody gonna eat somebody.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, Nintendo's like, ain't nobody gonna eat us. So at the end of the day, you're not coming out around Metroid. You're
Right.
not coming around Hyrule. You're not coming around Kirby. You're not coming around nothing.
Well,
We got
shoot.
coming out, so you better get out there early. And if you
September's
missed the
kind of
date,
iffy too.
push.
'Cause September's kind of iffy too, because September is Pokemon.
It's
October.
It might just be
It's
December
on.
for everybody.
Yeah.
It could be.
Oh, is it October?
Pokemon's
Yeah, I believe Pokemon's
October.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's like mid-October.
Okay.
So
I
they,
was
they
gonna
gotta
say-
show up September because they not showing up November.
Yeah.
And then they already got a game dropping in December, so it's got to be next month. If they
Yeah.
don't say, "Hey, we dropping later this month,"
Yeah, Shadow Drop. Here you go.
Especially
that
if
would
it's
be a-
digital
that'd
only.
be a-
Drop.
That'd be a decent Shadow Drop.
especially if they're digital only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can foresee that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
fresh
Okay.
70.
Digital only 70. Ooh.
Hey,
So-
So quick
Bolding up
question,
the
right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to derail it, right? But we keep hearing all these negative comments about the game key cards, right?
right,
And everybody wants to blame Nintendo because there not being enough options.
right.
I'm seeing at least 4 quote unquote AAA games right now that are under 64 gigs that are still coming out on game key cards.
Yep.
But they're above 40. Like
Yep.
they're right in that sweet spot between 50 and 60 gigs.
Mhm.
And they're coming out on game key cards. Who's at fault there?
Yeah.
We
they-
know.
And if cricket is the answer, then
Right.
Nintendo's
Like, what do
fault
we do?
always.
I would rather, if it
Yeah.
was up to me, I would rather those ones that are in between 40 and 60 and 64. I would rather them just drop a 32 gig and then make me download the. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
like
Now,
That's
no, you
the thing
don't.
too. That's the thing that gets me as well, because we like, I can't remember who, one of us mentioned a while back about potential like, would they even matter for the profit margins? Because we're based off the rumor that a 64 gig Switch 2 cartridge it costs about $16 to produce.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the rumor. I don't think that's confirmed.
supposedly.
Yeah,
Exactly. I don't think that's hard confirmed anymore. We're just all running with that right now.
But it's like 13 for the 32 gig card on regular Switch. So
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that makes the variant. Okay. Yeah. So that gets to the point I was gonna make. We don't really know if these 32 gig ones will actually matter as far as saying, oh yeah,
No.
that's the sweet spot. So it's
Yeah.
like it's really just you gotta understand why we're here, live with it, and if you really gonna ride or die the true 100% physical, then maybe Switch 2 for third party is not it for you.
This ain't for you. But
You
I
just
will
gotta
say this
accept
though.
it. Get
I
a,
will say
get a
this.
portal for PlayStation 5 and do
There
that,
you
I
go.
guess.
I just can't accept it because there are much larger expenses for third-party publishers to experience right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Namely, their development and their tools. If they stop using like old versions of Unity or adding Speed Tree on top of Unreal Engine, there's $30 million right there.
Easy.
Versus, hey, well, we can't pay we can't order cartridges. We can't do this or whatever. When those Blu-rays first were a thing, they weren't exactly cheap. They're obviously cheap
Right.
now.
Yeah,
But when
it's
they
been-
first came out, especially on PS3, they were not cheap, but them developers lined up
Right.
on the corner
Yeah.
to make sure
No
because
one
it was a
talks
sequel
about
to the
that.
PS2.
I mean, there's a lot of things they don't mention in these videos. Even when we talk about what Macronix was just talking about, doing these different types of in-house cartridges, it's like, okay, let's say in a perfect world, we get anywhere ranging from 8 to 128 gig cartridges. What makes a third-party company use them? Because if you come to me and you say, all right, Nintendo dropped the survey to kind of test the waters to see where y'all stand on game key cards, but did we not just read an article a couple of months, well, a month ago, saying that third parties were raving over game key cards? They
Right.
liked them. It's like,
Yeah.
why?
It's cheap.
Like, why would I go for anything else? I can still have my game physical on the shelf so you can see it, but at the same time, I can still get the game and I count it as a digital. So that's what I want you to count any freaking way. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go digital. They just said Sony, what, 83% was digital? So like, it's
Yeah.
Yep.
we're
Mhm.
trying to get there. They want to be there. They see the writing on the wall. Like, I get why a lot of people want to stay physical. I'm one of them. I would love to.
I do as well. Yeah.
But at the same time, when we have our peers that prefer digital, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't combat
And that's
that.
the mainstream market outside. Civilian gamers like to call it.
Thank you.
So, you know.
And like it's already there on PC. And
It is.
exactly.
And
It's
the
been like
other
that-
consoles, the capacity it's not enough. Period. These
Yep.
games are over 100 gigs for most of the major releases now.
Mhm.
And if they're not, they will be once all the patches and other additional downloads are there and whatnot.
Right.
So it's like, what's even the point of even having them? And then what's the point of even having it on the disc if you gotta install it? You can't even run
Exactly.
it from.
There's a reason they implemented that, 2-3 generations ago. So,
Yeah. It was just funny because the only reason they implemented that at the time was because the disk drives were, I mean, they wanted extra capacity, but it came at the cost of slow speed.
Yeah.
So now you're looking slower than a cartridge. So they come out with, hey, we'll put it on a hard drive. We could buffer a little bit, and you still have a problem because now you're dealing with file size, and the hard drive still is nowhere near as fast as RAM.
Right.
So you come up with these SSDs, and the SSDs are still slower than RAM, but they're way faster than a traditional hard drive. And none of the third parties even used it in the way that Mark Cerny wanted them to use it. So now you still have to go make a sandwich for some of these games to install, and you still have to make a sandwich in between certain parts loading. And I'm like, I thought this memory controller was fast, but if the developer is like, I'm still going to have a chunk of stuff over here and I'm not streaming nothing in, when the level loads, it just loads.
Yep.
Like, what are you going to do? Because, 16 gigs of RAM, right? That's way less than all the assets that's on that disk or that you downloaded. So it's gotta come from somewhere. That's why memory hierarchy exists. But it's just one of those things that there would never be a solution to that problem because everything needs to be in RAM.
Yep.
And you're always gonna have less RAM than you do of tertiary storage. So this is always gonna be a problem. And I spoke on this. I spoke on this so long ago before the start of my channel. I spoke on this for a long time. Like, there's never going to be a fix for this. But here we sit. So I mean, digital is one way, but even then, you're finding tertiary storage mediums and hoping that they're fast enough, and you're still going to have some buffering here and there because RAM is always going to be faster.
Yep.
And that's just it at this point. So
yep.
I don't know. I don't know what the fix is going to be other than for developers to go back to their old ways and being able to stream content in the right way. It's just amazing to me that we're in 2025 and we can't get games to be as seamless as Metroid Prime is on GameCube. That's just wild to me.
Hey, move too fast.
Minimal loading.
Yeah, that's just wild that we have all this power and it's still got the same problems.
Right.
So,
but yeah, I mean, like I said, with all that, I mean, if Square does a game key card for Final Fantasy, I'll be shocked. But it's
I'm gonna pull up and get it regardless. I'm gonna post on Twitter. People are gonna get angry, and I'm gonna be like, I mean, you're in the void because I will mute the tweet immediately when I post it.
I haven't played the game, so they got a new customer out of me, and I've been waiting to play it. And then also, I believe Jazzy posted. I didn't even know Final Fantasy Tactics was coming out in September, so. They may be games in the same month, or
that's right.
this game might get pushed. I don't know, man. At this point, it's all the games we've seen already. It's a little too crowded already.
Yeah,
it's really crowded.
Yeah, it is.
Where are they gonna go?
I feel like
you're talking about big titles too.
Yeah, these ain't small titles.
Well, maybe it'll be the same. It may be the same problem that Switch One had because it was kind of crowded on that platform too, and you just had to find time to add it to your back catalog.
Yeah.
That's about all you can really do.
It's gonna be, you're gonna see the narrative change to from Switch ain't got no games to we've been waiting for games forever to these games are way too close. We got too many games.
I can't afford it.
This could be a 2019 situation where we had Dragon Quest 11, S. We had Astral Chain. We had Daemon X Machina. We had Link's Awakening remake. We had, I forgot what came out in between them, but then we had, I think, Pokemon Sword and Shield later that time. Like, something's got to give. Unless you just grab everything, you just put on your shelf and it becomes backlog. But
man, I got so much stuff on the shelf. It's ridiculous.
I do too. I don't want to. I've done better. I've done better. Seeing Octopath Zero, my Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 physical looked at me like, hey, bro, you going to start 2? And I was like, yeah, I think I should do that. But
at some point in time.
All
right, cut me.
Don Kong's looking at me like, I know you're playing Shot Labyrinth, but don't forget. And I'm like, you're right. I'm not forgetting. But yeah, all that aside, some's going to give. Or something's gonna get eaten.
Yeah,
I feel we're gonna get that direct eventually. We're gonna get the release dates. I think that's the only reason why Elden Ring Tarnished Edition and FF7 Remake Integrate didn't get dates at the third-party showcase because I think it's gonna be part of Nintendo's push for holiday with their first party. Because we got and we gotta accept as well. I think I kind of came to this conclusion last year how they're handling this rollout of showcases now. They are including their Switch 2 edition, additional content releases as like part of the releases. This
Yeah.
month
I
is
forgot
Dragon
about all
Drive.
that.
Yeah, we have
That's
Dragon.
a whole nother part.
We have Dragon Drive, and we can't forget Kirby and the
Yeah.
Forgotten Land of Star. I forgot the Star Cross World DLC.
Oh,
That's at the end of
Yeah.
August. I'm
Yeah.
dropping the 20 on that for sure. But we don't know if you know this supposed speculation of like 3-tiered directing that other YouTubers predicted or whatever. We don't know if there's gonna be a direct next week. We could.
They're just upset that they wanted a general direct and it didn't happen.
Yeah,
they're just trying to
that's-
throw everything at the wall now.
That's what
Yeah.
it is. I mean, granted, we've seen these patterns before, but at the end of the day, it's Nintendo. They like to throw curveballs. We could just get nothing. Dragon Drive is next week, and then Kirby, I think, is either the week after that, and then
Just
that
like at
first
the end of the
week,
month. Yeah.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
that first week, you know, we'll get the direct in September, and then everything else will be
Yes.
laid out.
Crazy.
I mean, honestly, at this point, people would be upset, but Nintendo could go ghost. They could literally just do what they
I wouldn't
do
mind it,
throughout
honestly.
the year.
Yeah.
Might be a
Game
hot
just
take.
released and there's a YouTube trailer. Game
Yeah.
release, YouTube
I
trailer.
would, hot take, but I will not be upset if they just forego the traditional September Direct. They have an app right there. People can be, oh, why is it on the app? Don't get
Mhm.
mad. It goes on their Twitter an hour later,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or 2 hours, or however long it's been. You're gonna know about it. All our favorite YouTubers, or you know, the media's
Yep.
gonna do their job. You know, people on Twitter are gonna do their job. You know, everyone's gonna just share it around, and there you go.
You
And then
so
it'll be-
funny, RJ.
I mean, honestly, as an agent of chaos, some part time, if I see that come up, I'll be like, "Hey guys, there it is."
Mini direct.
Only
Yeah.
5 minutes. That's plenty of time. You can date
Y'all predicted
Metroid.
it. There it is.
There it is. Don't be upset. You're about to get the release dates just in 25 minutes, and not 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. But no, I digress though. Like I think we're gonna get it all laid out sometime soon next month. I think Prime 4. I think Prime 4 might be the holiday game. Like I think that will be the November game.
Mhm.
That'll be pretty ambitious in my opinion. Not the fact that Metroid Prime does not deserve that spot. I just don't think people pull up for Metroid Prime like that.
I mean, well, like for me, whenever I started hearing about like holiday titles and people were looking for them, they've really never been like super huge games for
No.
Nintendo though. So it's like whether you talk about, because I think last time was Age of Calamity.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Granted,
never,
that year, I mean, it was 2020. You know, that was an off year for
Right.
everybody. So
And
it
then,
was
like-
one of those. Okay, I
because
passed.
typically for them is Pokemon. Like
Right.
that's
Well,
usually
Pokemon's
their
October.
November hitter.
That's what gives me that raises my eyebrow.
Yeah, yeah.
If
So I mean,
yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
that's where I'm like, all right, cool. Is the holiday thing a big deal, considering the fact that, you know, they've already shown that you don't have to release a console on holiday. Like you can release it in the middle of the year, eat throughout the year, and then eat again come the holiday.
Mhm.
So
You know what?
I think it's important for the US.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
yeah,
it depend on
really
the
is.
depend on the game though, because like even going through Christmas shopping and being a parent and seeing all this other stuff, most of the kids that my kids talk to, as well as my own, they really don't look for a holiday game. If anything, they're looking for what's on sale, like the
Yeah.
Black Friday stuff and the Cyber Monday thing. So
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm gonna drop a big game in November, is more catered to the adult crowd that's looking for something to play when they go out on a holiday break, because everybody else is like, hey, what game is down to $20 to $15? Because these third parties have already like curated that in a sense of, I'm not buying your game full price because I know come November you're gonna sell it for 30%, 40%, and Capcom and Ubisoft's case 90%, and I can just copy it right then and there.
Nintendo's immune to that though. If you're talking
Yeah,
about
they
the Nintendo title, then that won't matter. But if it's
Yeah.
third party, then yeah, they have to have something that's
Yeah, so that's why I'm curious
gonna
as to
overshadow
like
that sale.
Maybe
what would be their
November.
big game.
Yeah,
Metroid could be, because I mean they're trying to, and I mean you've seen the rumors or the articles that's like, hey, Nintendo wants and they value Metroid, and it's not like it's ever been rated low. These have been highly rated games. It's just
They
the
don't
sales don't
they
match.
just don't. I'm not expecting them to have a breakout success like, you know, how Breath of the Wild was compared to
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Skyward Sword before it, or like Twilight Princess before it, as far as the 3D games.
But-
It just feels like, I always believe Prime, if enough people can get into it and spread it around word of mouth, I feel like it could get like to 4 mil.
I'm telling you.
I think
know
that's
what
why
the
it's still
problem
a
is.
Switch game. They want as many people to
Yeah.
play it as possible.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree. Yeah.
I know. I feel like I know the problem with Metroid, and this is like current day because I know people have mentioned that they've done this before, but I'm talking about like the era we're in now for online. They need a multiplayer function on that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once you get to,
Yeah.
and I also told Jay as well, like when him and Andre get to talking about Metroid, and they get into it, they get into the lore, and I'm like, when the hell did that happen? And they were like, oh,
Right.
when you scan and read it, I said, well, there go a problem
Yep.
right there too,
People
because
don't
people
be
ain't gonna
reading
do that.
180 characters. They
So you're-
see, yeah.
they want to hear the dialogue, they want to see it play out. They don't want, oh, Chozos did this because I read this tablet. No, like
No.
Well, they did it in Trilogy. In Trilogy, they added the audio, so
They
when you
did.
go
There you
scan,
go.
it plays. Yeah.
but then with the trilogy
Oh, I
was what,
did.
the Wii?
Yeah, on Wii.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And then
that
there, and then you also have that crowd that's like, well, I'm not playing the Wii. So now you have a platform that people like,
Mhm.
and you have the ability to look at the modern day and age to where hopefully this time around you're playing it out. Because even people that went to the experience was like, oh, I thought I was like playing Halo. So like, okay, you're playing it out. And like I said, it comes down with these shooters, it comes down to longevity. And the way you get longevity out of shooters, multiplayer. It is-
Multiplayer,
Yeah.
You're absolutely
This is
right.
what it is. So I mean, while the story can be top notch, graphics can be top notch, it can be the craziest story out there. Is going to get put down. And that's
Conversation might not even make it to Game Awards. I mean, not some people
It- well,
value it like
definitely
that.
won't,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
then,
Hypothetical November
that-
release. in my
That's what
opinion.
killed Infinite Warfare. To me,
Yep.
that's still
True.
the best campaign they've done in a while.
yeah.
Oh, I do
And
hear that.
that-
I do hear that's the
It
one
is.
where they're in space
Nobody
or
hopped
something.
online.
But here's the thing with Nintendo.
Okay.
Nintendo has a catch-22 problem. This can be a flawless Metroid Prime where everything I'm saying is right there minus the multiplayer. And then here comes Mario.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I
Conversation's
mean,
done.
Yeah.
they could have a random here's a new Mario type thing just for because what the was it 40th anniversary?
Yeah. It's in
Yeah,
September.
they could very much do that suddenly out of nowhere.
But how do you pitch that to Nintendo though? Because remember, they tried it with Metroid Prime 2.
Yeah.
And
true.
they even went at Halo in a way, like at least with their marketing scheme. Anyway, they kind of jumped at Halo for a bit, and they're like, "Hey, well, we got multiplayer too," and started messing with it. They had
They're like an
they had
afterthought.
they had the alternate reality game. They started matching the alternate reality game in their marketing. It was crazy. So I'm like, and you put the multiplayer in, and I'm like, you can't do this online, and that's going to take away everything at that point because everybody was looking forward to that to be a thing, and it wasn't there.
Right.
And crazy when you got other GameCube games that exist
Yep.
that were online then at the time.
Mhm.
But Nintendo's like, well, we tried that and it failed because that's how Nintendo thinks. They
For
go-
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, how do you pitch to them that this is the game to bring it back?
Times have
I'm
changed.
guessing.
Like
Yeah.
times have changed, Nintendo. Like I get it, you tried it and it didn't work, but understand what platform that was on. We were just getting into the online age, like just
Yeah.
getting in. So now you see is a known thing. You've seen it with Splatoon. Like Splatoon
sure.
is a living proof that this crap works. So try it with Metroid one more again, and make sure you
Run it back.
run it back. I mean, because right now you are in a great spot because really it's only Call of Duty and Battlefield's trying to creep in again because
Yep.
Halo ain't got no traction. So
No.
it's like,
Yeah,
all
they
right,
squandered it. Infinite could have. I'm not. Infinite could have been the one, but
Yeah.
been the
Yeah.
one.
and I'm a longtime Halo fan too. So like,
And at
it
this
could have been
point,
the one, but
Activision's not here yet. Get in front
Yeah,
of it
true.
before Activision
Right.
shows up.
Yeah.
So that's how you pitch it to them. Like you don't want to step on their head because you're gonna have Call of Duty fans regardless. Like
Yeah.
I don't think Metroid's taking nobody away from Call of Duty. It's too fast paced. It's too well known. People are too invested. And if it's crossplay, you're not. Metroid's nowhere.
Definitely not gonna get it. Yeah.
You know, so you're gonna have a group, but it's gonna sell more than it ever has. So you show up with the great solo, single player, story, graphics, the whole 9 yards, and then you feed the multiplayer aspect of it. You got the online infrastructure for it now. Like it's better than it's ever been from what it feels like right now. this is where you can really let Metroid shine and turn that into a evergreen, because really Metroid has never been an evergreen title. So
Yeah.
this is where you do it. And with, you know, the camera feature now, game chat, like, this is where you do it. Now they may hit us upside the head with this next direct and say, ooh, this is what we got in there too, because we only told you about the psychic powers, but we also didn't tell you about multiplayer. I'm like, oh, then I'm gonna shut the hell up then. So
It's definitely possible. 'Cause despite that last year we got the psychic power reveal. I mean, they had that tease about the suit, but that's probably just main story stuff. I do feel like there's something about this particular Metroid Prime game that is under wraps. Something is under wraps. And I do think we will get to see that in due time.
And I think that will be the determining factor of, do you go Switch or do you go Switch 2? Because right now, I mean, Switch can't do game chat. So
Switch 2 will only have multiplayer.
Yeah, that right there would be the selling point.
Yep.
And the only way you play multiplayer on the Switch is if somebody game chat with you. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Potential is there. Just
It
got
is.
the vision for it.
So I say all that to say, we are at our time. I made promises.
Okay.
So,
Say less.
one thing that Sandstorm knows, you don't mess up a good thing. So
That's right. That's right. That part.
So with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming through. We really appreciate you all. We had quite a lot of people in the chat today, and watching and viewing. So we thank you all for showing up on the respective channels. We really appreciate you guys. I normally go down the line. If I don't miss you, if I miss your name, it's not because what did it say, Vito? It's not because it's not because I forget you. It's because I never met you. So shout out to RJ Squared, Exodia, appreciate y'all coming. Jazzy showed up. Brand Smith, the moderators held it down. Squared. Was Dark Void in here? Jay Biggs held it down for us. I don't think I've seen Dark Void this time around.
I don't think I did either. Yeah.
No, but
Dark Sunrider was in here.
Dark Void
Thank
is
you,
fine.
J Love, for holding it down for us. We really appreciate you. Yeah.
Risky.
I forgot. And Risky,
Our
who
favorite bot.
eventually went to bed. He went to go get some sleep.
I was gonna drop my PSN. I was
past
gonna
my
drop my
bedtime.
PSN to give him something to look at. Since he's talking to himself again.
Oh
earlier.
yeah, he didn't
Once
put
he be
no
like, yeah,
PSN up there.
You only
my boy.
put 5 hours in the Horizon. I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, that game kind of trash. But
That man ain't put no PSN, no Nintendo ID, no Xbox gamer tag, nothing.
What do you say? You come in here, you talking all this stuff. You ain't flash a badge. You ain't flash what?
I was saying.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Man.
I'm gonna beat Joe Biden, and then I'm gonna beat Joe Biden. So with that being said, before we get out of here, Shadow, what you got up for us, man?
Man, then channel dead, but it'll be a lot soon. I got some other stuff. I was trying to set something up for last week, but things happen, life happens. So
For sure.
we'll get it together soon, and I'll drop the videos right after that. So I'll replan the thing again. We'll do it. I'll upload to the channel, and there'll be content coming after that. So that's all I got.
Hey, if you ever need another Shadow Storm,
Okay.
Shadow always
I'm
crack me
down.
up with the channel dead. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he pop up with a
20-minute breakdown. I'd be like, yo, time to tap in, like, I'm gonna learn something today.
Yeah, man. I still got to break down that debate too. So that's gonna be content for that. That's gonna be kind of a long video. So, but it'll be coming.
All good.
This interesting concept of thought process.
Shadow's channel is not dead. He just do Shadow.
Yeah.
Hey, oh,
It just
see,
pop up. That's it.
it writes itself.
All right, Jack, what you got?
Same old, man. The music stuff getting ready to come up. I still got to drop that damn single. I had it on auto and it didn't do it, so I have to go and drop it on my own behalf at this point in time because YouTube want to be YouTube. So
Just
I'll
so you know, yes, I am rapping before he hints it. I am rapping on the song. So.
yeah. So
Yes.
I'm posting the single. It took me a while to select it, but yeah, I'm just getting that all taken care of, as well as trying to get these videos taken care of for the October 2nd release, and then also just because I feel like announcing it, trying to plan this mixtape as well, and this was all inspired by Vito and Sandstorm as well. Because it was one night after a podcast, we were kind of going through Sandstorm's old beats, and it brought back like some mixtape old 2000,
We back in here.
bunch of yelling and explosions and stuff. I was like let's do that. Let's get ignorant with it and just do that. So
It ain't raw if there's no distortion.
there you go. I need all that. You can barely hear me, but I was yes, I'm waiting for all that. But yeah, it's a lot of work going into it. And then, like I said, we got a couple more releases this year. 1,000 Star in November. Myself, TJ, and Rain dropping in December. I believe TJ and Zap are releasing next year. Arcade album next year. So there's a lot. So that's what I'll be working on. I would love to do some more game content, but like I said, until somebody figures out how to dock this Switch 2 for a third-party dock, I ain't doing nothing. I'm not paying $100+ for another dock. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, it's $120 now,
Yeah.
right? For the extra
Yeah,
dock.
And with the price changes that has occurred recently due to market conditions, it's even more difficult.
So yeah, these market conditions have put me in a condition to where I'm not doing nothing.
One Switch 2 dock person for
Yeah.
the time being.
Yeah.
For the foreseeable future.
I'm thankful I bought those Joy-Cons and the camera day one. I'm so thankful I did that, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad I didn't, but
If I
I don't
have
even know if I'm gonna get another. I don't know if I'm gonna get a Switch 2 Pro controller because I know it's gonna be probably like 150 or something. If they do like a special edition, I'll be looking like, you know what?
Nah, I need something
It's
extra with
okay.
that.
It's okay.
I need a job application, Nintendo. I need job.
Yeah.
I can work the front desk or something. Like,
Sponsor-
I'm holler at you for it.
Sponsored by.
Yeah, it busted.
Yeah.
All right, Geronimo, what you got up for us?
Yeah. So
Dang,
Oh,
he just
sorry. Let me turn it
disappeared.
back on real quick.
All right, Geronimo.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Dang, where'd he go?
Yeah, so yeah, apologies for the tardiness today, but yeah, as far as the channel is concerned, this week I got the 8-bit though 64 controller. I don't know if it's gonna pop up. It kind of
Oh,
does.
yeah,
That
I
one.
see. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
supposed to go with that that analog one. I was gonna get the analog 3D, but they didn't really show any like how any of the N64 games look, so it kind of gave me pause. So I just canceled my pre-order early in the year, but I decided to get the controller. Spoilers, it's pretty good. And I configured it, and I did like a video on how to like make it work for the Switch 2, because for me, out of the box, it did not work. So I have a video showing how you can do that. And I put up a video showing gameplay of Apex Legends running on Switch 2 with mouse controls. Spoilers,
That look good.
I'm not good,
Okay.
because I haven't played Apex in like 2-3 years, but
You was doing alright. You was doing alright.
okay, I appreciate it. I do highly suggest tone down the mouse
Sensitivity.
controls. Tone down
Yeah.
the sensitivity, because the starting I think is at 5, way too high. Tone down to like 1 or
Way too
2.
high.
I'm gonna do a follow-up video next couple of days or so, and it'll be better with gameplay for sure. But overall, great port. Highly recommend you download it. It's like 78 gigs. Clear out the fridge. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Glad to be on the show.
Okay. All right, last but not least, Vito, what you got up for us?
Oh. All right, so definitely check out my new video. I was gone for a minute last week. I didn't do no video on Vitoverse or Vitoverse music, and Vito Variants is dead right now. Literally is dead. But I'll eventually get that running. But yeah, Vitoverse Music has a new video out. I'm starting like a new thing I might do every week called Hot Drops of the Week, where I just kind of go through either albums or songs that have dropped, and I'm quickly reviewing them. I'm not doing or reacting to them. I'm not doing a full reaction to it because it's a lot, and I don't got time for all that. The only thing you'll see is like a clip of me going, oh snap, oh, and stuff like that. So yeah, check that out. I basically talked about this week's drop. Shout out to Atlanta because we have been having a great 2 weeks, especially musically. JID just dropped his new album.
That album is
Definitely going to be reviewing.
Amazing album.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing reaction to that. You'll see it throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? How I do my videos for those reactions. I do 2 songs at a time, so you see how I do it throughout the week. But yeah, definitely check out today's video. Today's video. It was made yesterday. It was today's video. A lot of drops. Young Nudie, he dropped. Gunna, he dropped. So check out those albums if you're into any type of Atlanta stuff. Definitely if you are I don't know how to say this. Maybe Shadow, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. There was a point in time I think it was like 2009, all the way up to like 2014, 13 or something like that, where there was this futuristic swag.
Oh, wow.
Right. Black Boy,
Oh
White Boy
yeah.
swag.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
Yeah.
That's actually
I know exactly what
real
you're talking
bad.
So Metro Boomin last week on Friday, he dropped his mix. It was actually a mixtape hosted by DJ Spins called Futuristic Summer. And this literally brings that same feeling of that. It's a throwback to that feeling. And he had Waka, he had J Money, Young LA, Young Dro, Schoolie.
That's where that
the
Dro
Rich
song came
Kids.
from. I saw some on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, overly trimmed. That was on there. What else was on there? Who else? He had a whole bunch. Rocco. The only people missing was Future. And I was like, whoa. And then shout out
tried to bring the whole
rest in
city.
peace to.
He's on the deluxe.
Yeah. He might be, and that's what I'm thinking because like on his Instagram, he had like these like mystery like who's the artist, and then like you'll flip it around, it's like a Pokemon card, and it's like
that's
21 Savage or it's like Young Thug or something like that. So Young Thug was on the album. Lil Baby. These dudes, they weren't part of that movement, but in a sense they were making music around that time. We didn't too much hear, or everybody knew everybody. So but that was a honorable mention, and I had fun just listening to it. So I definitely recommend that. But all of that stuff, I say all that, that's the featured stuff on this week's Vitoverse Hot Drops. So I just wanted to kind of give people a preview of what I was talking about, and I trust me, I was being my goofy self on there. I had my little A jersey on, you know what I'm saying, doing my little A-Town stuff. So shout out to Metro Boomin for bringing some some life back in the hip
Look
hop
like
real quick.
Jermaine Dupri about
But
to do the same
definitely,
thing.
Oh, really?
yeah, exact same
Okay.
thing. What's crazy is he had a song with J Money not too long ago and Sean Paul. So I was like, oh,
Okay.
he
You gotta do the
answered
So
something
Def
up too.
compilation
So,
album, with like old artists and new artists.
So it-
mixed.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, so Atlanta stand up. This is gonna be, we returning
Y'all
back
need
up
your
in the
name
city.
renewed. Bro.
Exactly, and it's just fun, and it's so funny that Jack, you said that you want to do the mixtape stuff because those beats that Sad Store made was roughly around that time, and it echoes that sentiment that was going on right there. So it's right on time, man. It's motivation. I didn't put down some bars on some paper
Yes,
real
sir.
quick. So definitely, I'm still working on Schedule 3 and stuff, and I might have a side project called Rico. So
Okay.
definitely check that out. Check that out when it comes out. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, you know how we do here on the Sandstorm Show, the Storecast, or every Saturday at 7:00. Man, this sickness has got to go away, bro.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, look, whiskey and some Theraflu.
Right.
Sure, we'll clear it right out.
Don't twist them out, all right.
Clear right up.
I would say bourbon, but yeah.
Bourbon
Oh,
and
okay,
Theraflu,
yeah, bourbon,
boy, you
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
out.
Right.
Oh man, you'll
Bet
wake
these
up
kids
like
learn how
it's
to take care
going
of
now.
themselves at that point.
Craig, get up, Craig. Get up.
He gonna be in the bed like,
Daddy, Dad.
Daddy, no.
Best recovery ever.
So Stormcast is on 7 o'clock every Saturday. Every single Saturday at 7 o'clock. Unless we change the time. We have the Winging It podcast tomorrow at 7 o'clock as well. I'm not going to give you all the titles. Sometimes I give it to you, sometimes I don't pause. But I'm not going to give you all the title this time around. Make sure you're there. And y'all just stay tuned to what we're going to talk about on that channel tomorrow. Then on Monday, we have the Jill podcast, the Juices podcast, which would be a whole lot of fun because I don't say a whole lot of anything until it's time for me to say something. I keep real cool and lay in the back of the cut with Retro, and then I'll be like, okay, now you triggered me to say something. Then I'll say something. But other than that, thank you guys so much for coming through. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe to all the channels that are here. And we really appreciate you guys. Also, make sure and hit that like button because it definitely helps out the channel and lets us know that we are doing a fantastic job. And make sure you share it out as well. Other than that, we'll see you guys later.
Deuces.
Peace.